Thailand. Thailand is a country with lots of different types of attractions for every kind of tourist. It's a mysterious, beautiful place with tropical islands, beautiful oceans, and exotic beaches that are usually empty during the day. There's big cities with big city life. And there's jungle adventures in the massive jungles in Thailand. There's huge mountains up north. And of course, there's awesome Thai food everywhere in Thailand. With the wonderful Thai culture and the wonderful Thai people, Thailand is known as the land of smiles.
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a great day or is going to have a great day. Of course, I got to do the traditional sound check. If everybody can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Got my moderators in the house. Thank you. Might need you today. Anyway, let's see if I can get somebody to tell me my connections. I had a little bit of an issue this morning with my camera connection. Imagine that. Visual good, sounds great. Okay, we can move forward now. I was going to do this stream at about 9 o'clock. Well, actually at 9 o'clock, but I got stuff to do today. We got Christmas coming up. Yesterday, we had to go buy gifts for 150 plus students at the school here, which we're going to be having this Friday. That's when they want to have the Christmas party. So it ought to be pretty good. I'm excited. I didn't even go over there and look at the new stage. I was going to do like a little pre-video, but I wanted to actually surprise myself. They sent me some pictures, but I think it's going to be spectacular new stage, and the kids are really excited to have their Christmas celebration this year. Not a whole lot going on, just taking some time off. I actually haven't made any videos. I had some guy send me a message the other day saying, your videos are a week behind. And I was like, man, it's like, how do I respond to this nicely? Which I couldn't do it, of course. So I'm pretty sure he unsubscribed after that conversation. But yeah, it's like, I don't know who can put videos out every day. I don't know if you guys understand, there's traveling involved, driving, editing, videoing, entertaining your wife, and then producing the video and uploading it. It takes a little bit of time. So I don't know. He doesn't know my magicianal skills. But anyway, yeah, my videos are not too far behind, but hey, you guys wouldn't even know it if I didn't have other people making videos around me. Anyway, so it's all good. Only a couple people really complain about that, but I just thought it was funny. That's why I brought it up. I'm sure he's not here. He's probably still, I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed yesterday's video. I kind of put that video in front of a few videos, so tomorrow's video is tomorrow's video was actually made about 2 weeks ago, I think, or about a week ago. How do I get these damn datings? Where's my mods on these retarded people here? Oh, wait, I can't say that, can I? Let's see. Report. How do I do that? Okay, let's see if you can go away now. Yeah. Report. hang on just a second. I don't know why YouTube allows that stuff to come on there. If you say one derogatory thing about something, YouTube just blocks it on it. But they won't block that. I guess they like that stuff. I don't know. So anyway, not really a whole lot happening around the house. There is usually a lot, but I don't really feel. I'm just kind of relaxed. I've been watching. I've been riding my bike quite a bit. Today, I'm actually going to go to Nakomponom and go play some golf with my British friends and Nakomponom. So that ought to be pretty fun. I know you guys are excited to see me play golf, right? It's always fun. The Village Falang asked the other day if I was going to do a live stream. I said I don't know, but actually I had planned on doing one today. It's difficult to do one when I'm traveling because I feel like my videos are a little bit out of sync, and I don't want to confuse you as much as you're already confused with all the different vlogs going on at the same time at different time frames. So, but anyway, I didn't really have a lot to say about what's going on. We've got some future plans. I've been telling you guys what's been happening while we're home. I won't bore you with that again, but we're going to make a trip. I'll let you guys know right now, most likely to Vietnam. As soon as I get my visa extension, well, actually, after our Tapanom big festival, I'm going to Vietnam. We're going to fly into Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and we're going to have a good time. And I hope you guys come along with us. I don't know how long we're going to stay, but Joe and Gift are probably going to go with us. So we don't want to, we want to make sure you guys stay confused on the video time frames. Anyway, I better stop doing that. My little sarcasm gets me. Actually, it's okay, because it just kind of, when you stir up the pot a little bit, you kind of thin out the herd. Things float to the surface and then you can get rid of them. But I'm talking about yesterday's video. It's funny, I had a lot of people that enjoyed the video, but I lost like 40 subscribers, which is a good thing. I just, yeah, I don't do many videos like that, but I feel sometimes I get bombarded with the same questions over and over again, and it's like, man, I don't understand why you guys can't do some of the research, because I can't help you on a lot of those questions. It's something that you're going to have to figure out kind of on your own. But if you need, a website or tool to help you find the information, I can hand you that. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, sir. Very awesome of you. Super sticker. Anyway, thank you, Nikki. Good to see you. Nikki was here, I think, first this morning. I appreciate that. Jeff Edwards, how are you today? Robert Mack. Robert, I just mentioned that I'm going to Vietnam, so I don't really know where you're at in Vietnam, but we're planning on making a trip to Saigon. Forget those people, Chuck. Yeah, I already forgot them. Daz is in the house. Daz has made it safe back home. The mafias miss you already. John Peel, good to see you. Jotty Fountain, good to see you. Good evening from Georgia. George, love your live streams, but can't see them all because of the time difference. Yeah, we've got, I would say, almost 50% of my viewers are American, from America, and the rest are British, and then Australia, Thailand. It's very difficult to appease everybody, for sure. So I know you guys can understand that. So I just try to stay like I was doing like before I would do a live stream in the morning and then do a live stream in the afternoon to try to make everybody happy, but it's too much. So I put my videos out pretty much the same time and I do my live streams pretty much the same time when I do do a live stream. Bo Easy, hello from Perth. How are you? Q wants to travel. Yesterday's video, I feel you were holding it back for a long time. That was just kind of in between the travel videos. Sometimes we got to have a video like that, but it's all good. Jeff Edwards, how's your mom going? My mom's doing great. She's going lots of places. She's having a good time. I just talked to her last night, and yeah, we'll be seeing her February. Mario Nicolas, good to see you. Living on Purpose, Daz in the house. Julie from Texas. Daz is a superstar. A lot of people ask, Daz, are you going to have a YouTube channel? They said you should have a YouTube channel. It's like, I'm thinking, now you probably don't want Daz to have a YouTube channel. It would be entertaining, though. John D. from Melbourne. I can't say Melbourne because I know that irritates people from Melbourne. Gator Jake's in the house. Cat P Food. Chinese, your videos are awesome. Learning a lot about Thailand. Hope your mom is doing well. And how come you don't do the chicken dance? I have done the chicken dance a couple of times, but I don't want to stand out in front of the girls. I don't want to take it away from them. Philip Lau, Argentina in the house. Okay, this is TransferWise. I'm starting to think that Chuck is getting tired of answering questions. That's why he doesn't really live stream. Yeah. I didn't really create a YouTube channel so I could have like a blog site. I just created a YouTube channel to kind of show Thailand and really a different lifestyle that that people might not have seen before and might be interested in it. And it wasn't really about me telling you from A to Z how to do stuff. John, good to see you. Liked your rant video. I met a few of those 20-year guys with black belts in Thailand. Yeah. Living on purpose. Yeah, I know everybody's missing mom. My mother has lived on her own for a very long time. She didn't want to travel, and that wasn't her goal in her next quarter of life. It was just to find a better spot around better people and a better atmosphere, around better food and stuff like that. So she's finding her way, her new life, and we'll be together soon when we get back to Prachuap. I wanted to bring her out here for the holidays, but she wanted to get settled into her new place. Christina Woods, good to see you. Really enjoyed the Moving Mom series because it was at the moment. Going through the comments. I might be, actually, I can't keep up with the comments now. 230 in the house. 230 in the house. And we got, let's see here. I got to do this. 82 thumbs up. The Village Falang, thank you very much for that. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Sorry, guys. Hey, Fa's in the house. Good to see you, Fa. Sorry, I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. I did not take donations for the school Christmas party this year. The reason is because, which I'll be explaining again in another video, is that we had built them a stage for the school. I explained that already, but we had a couple people that wanted to donate, so I mentioned it on a video, and then we got enough funding really to fund everything. So I don't want the school doesn't really need anything else today. So we have enough for this year's school Christmas party and Children's Day, which is next month. So thank you again very much, and I'll be sure to thank you guys on the video. It's going to be a good video. Scott, good to see you. I had to skip down. I know Joe is in the house. Hello, Joe. I think Joe said that Mike and Nicole also wanted to go to Vietnam, but they wanted to know how we were going to get there. I think Mike's going to buy a tuk-tuk from my father-in-law, so we just take that. Texas Lloyd, good to see you. Hey, Chuck and everyone. Hey, Chuck, love the video you posted and like how brutally honest you was in it. Thank you for the compliment. Pokemon, good to see you. Paige is downstairs hanging out with her mom. Let's see here. Tony F. Chuck, I know you got a bit upset with my comment on the hats at the dinner table, but no disrespect. Thanks for your understanding and enlightening me on Thai culture. Yeah, I don't. The problem here's the problem, Tony, is that I think if I just respond back to people, I don't think they don't know how to take it. Like they want to give their input, but they don't want a response. I think so. I was just a lot of times when I'm not to the point, I kind of beat around the bush so I can get you to kind of think for yourself. That's why I made the comment that Thai people in Thailand they don't really think too much. That's one of the reasons what brought a lot of people here is because of you call it the sabai sabai, right? We don't overthink stuff all the time. So I don't know why it would be disrespectful for a foreigner to wear a hat, but not a Thai person wearing a hat. But it doesn't really matter here in Thailand. But we still have to listen to the outside Western mentality of what everybody expects of you. And I'm just trying to share that we just need to stop overthinking. I don't know how many times I could mention in videos and, stop worrying about stuff that really doesn't matter, and just we just overthink too much. We cause too much drama in our lives for stupid crap. But anyway, I don't even remember the conversation, Tony. I mean, I do. I just repeated what we talked about, but typically I forget pretty quick about stuff. I didn't remember until you just reminded me. But if you would have made another comment, I wouldn't have put two and two together if that was you. So don't worry about it. But a lot of times people say something that's really not necessary and really not a benefit to me or the channel, and then I would immediately make you disappear because I can do that because I'm an internet magician. Michael Monson, Chuck, I'm moving to Thailand from Chicago. Do you keep a residence in the U.S. for your passport and driver's license? Well, it doesn't matter on your passport. Your passport doesn't have your address in it. I don't really know what you mean by that. And you can get a new passport typically overseas. But my driver's license, yeah, I do, and it's not really necessary to be honest with you. If you go back home, you can get an international permit in Thailand and rent a car back in the States. But yeah, I do keep an address back in the States. It just makes my life easier. You can get a friend or a family member. They also have a virtual mailbox that even has a GPS location. You can search online for that virtual mailbox on Google. Keo, good to see you from Boston. Siam Olson, good to see you. Thank you very much for your kindness and supporting the children at school. Yeah, it's the kids are really awesome kids. It just gives me a good feeling to be able to do that, and it gives me a good feeling to show that. Like I like to show that. And I'll tell you a little story that we had a subscriber and his girlfriend come the other day, and he had sent me some pictures prior to him coming about some of the stuff that he just did last week for the school for Christmas, and I thought that's pretty cool. And he said that our channel inspired him to do that. So if I can make a difference in these kids, because these kids will never forget that, and they won't always think foreigners are all the same. So, but and if I can inspire other people to do it, then it's double good. Jeff Edwards, thank you very much. Michael Nomura, Thailand has 77 provinces. Name the province you haven't visited. And when we visit, okay, dun 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 dun. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the names of them. I barely remember where I've been, um, but I've been to quite a few. Um, yeah, I don't know the ones that I've missed. I don't really have a written list down that I study. Gator Jake, man, I haven't watched yesterday's video from Chuck because I was preoccupied with my Gators getting thrashed. Okay, go watch it, Gator, after the live stream. Fa, I do think too much. Haha, I might not. Yeah, you don't think that much, Fa. You're okay. Reb Mook, hi Chuck from CY and Ting from the UK. Love your videos. Watch for a long time. Thank you very much. Mike's in the house. Good to see you. Dan S says, who can bench press more, you or Chuck? He's asking Joe. Don't lie to him, Joe. Make sure you tell him I can bench press more than you with you on the bar, and you know it. Michael, thank you. Yes, forgot passport doesn't have an address. Yeah. But I do recommend if you don't have the big thick passport to get that one if you plan on doing a lot of traveling, because it's not as easy to get a new passport overseas. It's not that difficult, but it's easier to get one back home. So you get the thick book because they don't staple pages in there any more extra pages. David Johnson from Nacogdoches, Texas. Good to see you. Going to Thailand in March. I look for a party time home base. Any suggestion? I'm sorry. I think he said party time. I was like, I got a couple I can give you, but part-time home base. I don't know. It just depends on how long you're staying. If that's even really necessary to have a home base, if you're only coming 3 months at a time, it's just bounce around. I don't know. Tim Fink. Tim Fink. Good morning, Chuck. Hope all is well. I heard on the news that Prachuap Khiri is getting bad weather. Is your mom and the gang doing well? Friggin' mosquitoes. Yeah, they just have a lot of wind right now. A lot of wind. We have a lot of wind too. It's just a cold front pushing its way through Thailand. I don't know if they'll see any cold weather down there, but she said she had a hard time sleeping the other night because of the wind. She actually got up in the middle of the night to go get some things out of the back that she was worried about blowing away, which I don't see why it would blow away, but she was a little worried about it. BJ Spencer, good to see you. Good morning, Chuck. Entertain me on my long visa run to Cambodia. I don't know what you mean by that. Entertain me on my long visa run in Cambodia. Oh, I'm entertaining you while you're in Cambodia. Tony Hubert. Where are foreigners not accepted in Thailand? Seems pretty accepting. Must be some places. I can't think of any place in Thailand, even with the culture, that would just not accept foreigners. I think there's a lot of places that I've been that's probably never seen a foreigner, and usually those are very more inviting than the ones in the tourist areas that see foreigners all the time. I don't. It's not like Japan. They're very open to foreigners. Now, I'd say, and there's not going to be some places. Actually, I just don't see it in the Buddhist culture that they would not be accepting of others. Oh, I don't know. I can't answer that question. Now, I've heard in Vietnam there's a lot of places up there you can't go to, and I've also heard in Japan, but I've never experienced that. It's just what people have said. Richard, good to see you. How's your mom? My mom is great. Everything is fine. She's really enjoying her new life right now. Mike Baker from Ottawa, Canada. Is there any sport fishing in Thailand like in Florida? Yeah, they have. It's actually they have a like a tournament type fishing for snakehead. It's pretty cool with bass boats and sponsorships and stickers and and weigh-ins and all that stuff. You can Google that. It's a snakehead tournament fishing. Yeah, and but we were in Patong too, which you guys saw the video of that. Tons of people there right now. George, your channel has really grown. I was one of the first subs when you had less than 1,000 people. Well, thank you very much for sticking around, George. I'm glad I I haven't run you off yet. Dark Brother, how are you? Hello, Chuck. Have you made plans for a visit to Japan yet? I bet Kara would love to visit Japan too, especially during the cooler months. I would love for my mom to travel to Japan. Have we made plans to go to Japan yet? No. Daz has actually been to Japan a lot. We were thinking about going back with him this year. The only plans that we have made is to go that I've actually paid for was our Europe trip next year. So we're going to spend some time in Europe. And but no, I my mom does not want to travel outside. She doesn't feel like doing it. It would be cool if she did to for that new experience, once in a lifetime stuff. If she wants to, then we would definitely have a good time accommodating her. Joe is in the house. He says good morning to everybody. I know when you're coming on to somebody else's chat and everybody says hello, and you said I don't want to clog up the chat with me saying hi to everybody. So he just we usually do like a generic hi to everybody. We're not trying to be rude. I know Joe's not trying to be rude. He just wants to probably just say hi, acknowledge that he's here, and help out with any questions that he can. I'm pretty sure I got that right, Joe. Justin, good to see you. Justin McIntosh. Chuck, I have found your philosophical vlogs about assimilating in Thai culture are super helpful. Please keep them coming. Well, then I'll probably end up back down to like 30,000 subscribers if if I keep doing it. Everybody loved it, but I don't have any new subscribers. I only lose subscribers every time I do that. But it's okay. It's like cleaning house, right? I can't talk fast enough with these comments. Mark Fisher from Wales, good to see you. See now, brother, wasn't going to respond, but you had to go there. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. About my out bench pressing you. Easy in life, good to see you. Chuck, when Mafia is making papaya salad, how much Thai pepper she put in it? Asked because at my visit in Thailand and Bangkok, the lady put 20 in it. It was really 20 is excessive. Like I don't know anybody that if she put 20 in there, she probably was doing that just to try to kill you. Mafia doesn't really eat that much spicy food. When they put maybe 3 or 4 chilies in it, that would be spicy for them. Tony, Joe, like Chuck, love how you are laid back living in Thailand. We want to visit from Australia to explore the length and breadth of Thailand and experience the culture and food. Stay safe. You too, Tony. The Village Falang, since I bitched about when you were going to do another live stream, I guess I should ask a question. Yeah, maybe you should. So here it goes. Since it's back to the new normal, will you be putting training wheels on Joe's bike? I'm guessing you're, I mean, I got to read between the lines with your question, but I think you're asking me if we're going to do another bike tour. Probably not. I don't see that in the future. I think those guys, Tony and T and them, I think they're doing some videos right now touring around. You guys can check out their videos, but I don't see it in the near future. I think we're going to have a busy schedule this next year because everything is kind of opened up. And originally, our plan to come to Thailand was to be on this part of the planet so we could travel. Because we've already done the Mexico, Caribbean, all that stuff, and we wanted to move over here and travel the world, and that was our goal. And we just really, I just been enjoying Thailand so much, and then we kind of got stuck here for 3 years, not being able to be mobile because the world shut down pretty much. But now it's opening up, and we got plans to, or thoughts and plans to move about the globe. That was our intention to begin with. Ross, Julian, hi Chuck. Enjoy watching you and seeing Thailand. Also watch Chocolate Man and Thai Girl Foreigner Joe. Now because of you. Well, thank you. I'm sure they really appreciate that. Sunday night football. I don't from Hoboken. You got a family member in the house, Joe. My mother is John Peak. My mother's 89. It's the first year she hasn't traveled. She has traveled every year that I know of. It's a big change for her. Yeah, everybody's different. I love to travel. I know a lot of people that don't like to travel, and everybody's different. And my mother doesn't sit real. I don't either, but she doesn't like to sit real well. We're going to Europe. It's like a 16-hour flight from here. Oh, I don't. I think so. Yeah, I think direct flight was like 16 hours to. Where are we going first? We're going to Spain first. Tony says I need to do the long ride with Joe and see who's more. Yeah, the bike ride. I don't think. I mean, I can do easily on not my e-bike, but my road bike. I can do back and forth pretty easily now, about 120 kilometers. Now, it takes some time because I'm not in a like it's not a race, and I'm not fit enough to go full blast for sure. But I can do it and still walk the next day. Brandon, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Coming to Topanome next Monday. We'll be here in Topanome, Brandon. I think Monday. I think Sunday is a Christmas party, so just don't come early. It's freezing right now. It was like 11 degrees right now with the sun out. It's 17 degrees here in Topanome. And it was about 7. I think it got down to 10 here because they get a lot of wind off the river. Justin, Chuck, does the burning season impact where you live? We actually missed it kind of. We were on traveling whenever they really were burning heavily out here. So I'm just talking to the computer screen. Welcome to Nakhon Phanom. Paige is in the house. What are you doing, babe?
Cleaning.
Cleaning what?
My.
You cleaning after your mom or what?
No, cleaning my room. Wow,
Look how beautiful Paige's hair looks. It's red.
Hey.
She's a strawberry. 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 Carrot top. Hang on, I gotta change my picture. I'm getting bored. Let's see here. How about this one? Okay. Everybody says hello.
Hello.
All of these people right here saying hello.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Brandon, remember Brandon and his. Remember Brandon, the one that was like Marty Jr., the young one?
Yeah, the one in Phuket.
And his wife. Well, they weren't married when they were here, but they in Phuket. That's them. They went back to the States, but he said they're coming Monday evening. I said, okay, just don't come early because we have our Christmas party Sunday. Right? We're having our Mafia Christmas Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, big Christmas tree.
Yeah, we have a gigantic Christmas tree this year. No. DG, hello from Taiwan. There's Fa.
Fa, สวัสดีน้องฟ้า
P. Puki. Fa says that she doesn't think too much. No, she said she thinks too much, that she might not be Thai. Does she think too much?
ฟ้าถาม I guess.
She said, I love Thai people. They don't ever hold back. She said that you do sometimes think too much, Fa. So maybe I have it wrong. I barely hear you talk. Adrian,
talking to you.
Because she's talking to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Adriana Libre. Hi, Chuck from Buenos Aires. Celebrating the big win. All right. Congratulations. Reed, you get a 90-day visa with the Argentine passport there. Okay. I think you get like a, well, I don't know. Argentine's different. Huh?
Talk about food again.
Oh. Nah, I don't even think. If you're like me, like I think and then I forget like 2 minutes later.
Yeah. We have to.
I guess my pronunciation's not correct. Sorry about that. Did I pronounce it wrong? No word of the day yet? What do you want to know, Daz? You tell me what word do you want to learn today? As long as it's not well, let's see. That's what she said in Thai language. Imagine that. Robert, I gotta run. Heading out. Have a great day. I missed your comment. I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't know exactly where you were. If you could send me a message later if you're already gone and haven't seen this. I don't know if you're in where you're at in Vietnam. Aaron, good to see you from Indiana. Hi, Chunk and Paige. This is Slob from Melbourne. Thank you very much. Hello, Marty. Good to see you. Teague. Hey, Chuck. I enjoy your content. Yesterday's rant was spot on. We'll be back in Thailand tomorrow afternoon. Robert. Chuck. Tomorrow coming to Thailand till January 9th or about. Well, Robert, hope to see you. Yeah, I don't. I feel like I've already mentioned that Vietnam, going to somewhere in Europe, and I don't know, maybe Japan. Not sure yet. Either Japan or going to, um, yeah, I don't know yet. Singapore. All right, Robert. Hi, Chuck. Where do you get your music? A lot of people ask me that and they can't figure out where to get it. And a lot of times I create it and I don't even remember where it comes from because here's the deal: if the computer can pick it up, it's copyright. So the most of my music is not original bands, and then I kind of change up the music a little bit so I make it my own. Copyright also has rules. If I want to create something on my own, uh, I can do that. But if the computer can pick it up to the original creator, then I get copyright. So I just get the music off of the internet and then I kind of modify it a little bit. But sometimes I get hit later on with copyright stuff. So, but in Thailand, the copyright rules are a little different than in the West. Like we don't get. I probably got 30 or 40 copyrights on my channel, but it's you don't get dinged like you do back in the States. James Thompson. Hi, Chuck. I'm surprised that the temperature drops that low. Wow. Every year, like one time it got down to zero here. Cold front came down through China. And we're on the river, so we get a lot of wind gusts coming from up north, but it gets cold here a lot. There's a female singer on some of your songs, and it's in Thai language, and I don't understand, but her voice is very cool. Yeah, it's a remake from yeah, I don't remember. But if you just go to like cover songs, Thai cover songs, you can find a lot of that stuff on the internet. Pagan Life. There is no Villa Market near me. It's the closest one. It's 3.5 hours in Udon. Actually, I lied. It's a click away. All I got to do is go on Lazada, and I could go shop on Villa Market on Lazada, and some guy in a big giant orange box truck will come deliver stuff to me. No, I don't. It's Celsius. Zero is zero. It doesn't really matter. But um, you know, my mom was like, I don't understand the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius and miles and kilometers. I said, well, just let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. Eventually, you'll be able to relate to these things. You'll know that 16 degrees is cold. You know that 1 kilometer is a kilometer. You can eventually your mind will think differently if you let it. But if you're always trying to figure out how much the US dollar is, how many miles is it to this kilometer, then it's if you're living here, it's a waste of your time to try to always compare the two. Just kind of let it go and learn something different. I'm sorry, zero is 32. I didn't get my degree on the internet. Sorry. Yeah, below freezing is below 32 degrees. Alan Cakes, hi Chuck. If you have time, could you do an update video on a reliable health insurance? How do I do that? Like, how do I know what's reliable for you and what's reliable for me? I mean, the one video that I did is pretty reliable for me, but I don't know because I don't really use the insurance that much. So it's very difficult. And insurance is always a gamble, right? Because I don't think they're in business to really take care of you 100% unless you're attached to a big giant group plan. They got to make a 20 or 20,000 people, taking care of their premiums. So it's difficult as an individual, I think, with insurance. But I have Thai Life. If you just go No Time to Be Sad insurance, you'll see what plan that I have. But I can't really, and I don't really feel like doing updates on stuff like that because I can't. There's so many different insurance companies, depending on your age, your health condition. And I think that's something that you have to do the research for. I feel like it would be a waste of my time to try to do another video, to try to get for other people. Now, if you need help trying to find websites and stuff like that, I can help you with that. But I feel like you could probably do that on your own because a lot of times if you type in information about your own conditions, then you can get kind of a ballpark price and what's available for you. But I didn't get like I'm only 54, so I didn't get the maximum health care coverage that you could possibly get through Thai Life. I can change it when I want to. Maybe reliable suppliers of insurance, except Pacific Cross. Well, some people might think Pacific Cross is a very reliable insurance company. C Honda, good to see you. Hi Chuck, I'm enjoying your daily vlogs, especially the vistas and meals. A couple people, they don't. I can't watch your videos when you're showing food all the time, Chuck. Okay, well, send me a list of all the things that you need for me to entertain you, and I'll give you a quote on what it's going to take to make the video. But thank you very much. Yeah, food's a big part of Thailand, with Thai culture, stuff like that. And the food, I think, is amazing in Thailand. I think the food's better in the U.S. because, well, not the quality in the U.S., but you can get authentic foods from all around the world in America because people from all around the world live there, and I miss that. But the quality of food, without a doubt, from the way that I feel and the way that I felt 6 months after coming here, I think the quality of the food might not be presented as healthy as you would hope it to be, but I feel like it's not full of chemicals. Light Angel, a word of wisdom for those who have a lot of time to be sad this holiday. You know, I don't know. We all have to move forward in life. I think when somebody gets to a certain age and they see people that are sick, they see people are dying, I think reality sets in that their time is coming. So we have to enjoy the moment as much as we can and stop worrying about things that may or may not happen. And we all have bad stuff that happens in our life, but what are you going to do? You're going to lay down, flop around and be a victim. It just doesn't benefit yourself. So you have to get up and keep moving forward. Um, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I'm not a very compassionate person, unfortunately. I was going to be a nurse. I'll tell you a quick story. I was a combat medic, and then I got back to the States. Actually, I was stationed in Hawaii, which is still Hawaii was considered an overseas tour actually. So when I got there, I started to go back to school at the University of Hawaii, and I was going to get a nursing degree. Well, luckily, I got to go to with Tripler. Was it Tripler Hospital? I think it was there in Hawaii, on Oahu, and I got to work I got lucky and got to be an assistant nurse about maybe a year into the school. And then I decided after like 2 weeks, I had zero compassion for people. Being an army medic is totally different than trying to, you know, scrub this poor victim who can't even wash himself because he's 3 times obese of what he should. I mean, it's just, I had a hard time feeling sorry for these people, you know? So compassion, it's not always been my virtue. James is in the house. Hello. I have compassion for things that matter. I have compassion for, for weak, for the legitimately poor and the children who can't help them and they can't help themselves, stuff like that. Thank you, Daz is in the background answering questions. I appreciate that. Marietta Thornton. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't see it too well. Hi, Chuck from San Francisco. Good to see you. San Francisco's a beautiful town. I didn't go visit the tent cities and all that stuff, but I try to avoid that. Do you ever wish that you can spend more time with your grandkids? Yeah, you got some. Well, let me answer your question, Dark Brother. Dark Brother, um, do I? Do you ever wish that you could spend more time with your grandkids? Okay, well, for one, my grandkids live different parts of the state of America, so it'd be difficult for me to spend too much time with them. But really, ultimately, I can't. Uh, I talk to my kids on the internet as much as I can. If I wanted to go back and spend more time with them, I just would. But well, I'm just, they got their lives, I got my lives, and I know a lot of people dedicate their lives to their grandchildren. A lot of people they don't want to move forward. They want to just stay, with their kids and their grandkids because that's what they enjoy. Yes, I'm an astronaut. I have a pretty decent microphone system here. I can show you here. Well, anyway, I can't, but it won't hook up to my new computer. I bought this one and it was expensive. So I'm kind of irritated that I have to buy another one. So I bought this headset. It's like a gaming computer, a gaming headset. And the microphone it actually sounds okay. But the thing with this other microphone, it's got a mixer and I can make it sound smooth, but I can't hook it up to this. This computer has everything, but it doesn't have a separate jack for a microphone only. But thank you for the compliment. Howard Glickman, good to see you. We had a really light Sunday fun day yesterday. Everybody's kind of busy right now, and we're going to have a big one come Christmas time. Paige's brother's in Bangkok right now. He'll be here in a couple of days. And we're going to have another white elephant Christmas. Things are weird since COVID. people were stressed out about money. People didn't want to be around each other. Actually, the government wouldn't allow more than 5 people to sit at a table together at one point, and it changed a little bit the dynamics of the Sunday fun day. So it's been a little bit different since before COVID. Looks like you got a fan club here, James. I won't mention his comment. Be nice. Be nice or go away. How about that? Keisha, good to see you. I'm waiting on my Reese's Pieces, Keisha. I'm glad you're back in Thailand. I hope James is doing well. I'm sorry, Charles. I'm thinking about James. I hope Charles is doing good. Can't wait to see you guys again. I think you're holding him ransom so I'd come visit you. You should come up here and visit me. You keep saying you're going to come to Tapanong while we're here. Maybe you should do that. I'll pick you up from the airport. James, busy time of the year for everybody. I'll take this time to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and even better New Year. Thank you very much. I'm glad the mic sounds good. Tim Fink, Chuck, my wife, and I enjoyed your and Joe's video on Mon Bridge so much that we decided to head over there tomorrow morning for a 3-day getaway. Yeah, it's a very cool place. We went there before. I have other videos of that place where we did tour around the town. But if you stay on the other side of the where the bridge is, it's a pretty cool town. Umesh Yinam, Chuck, ride bike with no motors. Okay. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Actually, I have 2 bikes with no motors. I just, I don't want to make it look at me. I'm riding my bicycle. When you're riding a bike, especially a road bike, you don't want to have a camera, and I'm not in the mood to try to show everybody, look, I'm riding my pedal bike. Wee. Or am I going to sit there? Oh, I'm working out today. Look at me. I'm smart. And I got an internet degree. Mitch in the house. Good to see you. Hope everything is well with you, Mitch. Gregory McCant. What do you think? What do you think? Take advantage of a visa upon arrival or get one in the United States before going in person? Well, it all depends on you, Gregory. Or how long do you plan on staying? If you're only staying for 2 weeks, then you can get a 45-day stamp right now in Thailand, depending on what country you're coming from. But I mean, if you want to stay long term, then you get your tourist visa back home. Well, the 45-day also comes with a 30-day extension. I'll tell you that much. So if you want to stay a couple of months, a little over a couple of months, you can do that without a visa. So if you want to get a tourist visa, which is a 60-day visa and a 30-day extension, which makes it 3 months, 90 days, you could do that. So, but if you want to do just the visa on arrival, you can actually fly out and then come back in and get another 45-day visa. Innovation reality. Sorry. Thank you very much for that. How did I learn Thai? Well, when I first moved here, that was my only goal, was to learn Thai. I want to touch on this real quick. So I went to school to learn how to read and write first. That was, once you learn to read and write, it really kind of repels you. You can pick up the words a lot easier, especially when you can read, because you can practice all the time by looking at the signs. But I'm around Thai people all the time, and I ta- what I do is I challenge myself by leaving here on my own and having to speak and think in Thai because nobody can speak English. So I make myself do it. But I'm kind of glad I don't speak fluent Thai because I'd probably get in trouble, having conversations with Thai people talking about, engineering problems or politics or stuff like that. So, but it's not necessary. I understand, honestly, I understand about 80%, not all the dialects, depending on, where at in Thailand. Hell, my wife doesn't even understand people down south or like in Surin. But I understand the conversation. And a lot of times I wish I didn't understand the conversations, but being able to respond how I would like to respond, I just don't most of the time. So, but go to school or not really go to school. I went to school, but it was a one on one with a Thai teacher who spoke good English and could explain to me about culture too, because it's very important when you're learning language to not because the problem is if you're learning Thai but you're only thinking in English and you're trying to translate in your English thoughts, it doesn't come out right. Doesn't come out right in Thai language. That's why Google Translate doesn't always work. So you have to kind of understand the mindset a little bit. So my teacher helped me a lot with that. A lot of times we talked about culture and stuff like that in school. Oh well, guess I'll delete my riding my bike and my workout videos. No, you could put them out. That way we don't have the same content, Joe. Taco Loco. So, how's the Tex Mex? The girlfriend fiance who is Thai wants me to move back. I don't know. Are you going to move back and make Tex Mex? Because what's here is the guys took me to a taco place in Pattaya. I don't remember the name. Maybe Mitch can share the link to them if he wants to. But that was probably one of the best Tex-Mex restaurants that I've been to in Pattaya. It's touch and go. Like a lot of the so-called Mexican restaurants, like they'll have a certain thing that tastes authentic. Well, what's authentic to me might be not authentic to you because same in like Mexico, the food's different depending where you like from Mexico City to San Diego or down in the valley in Texas, it's the food's going to be different. I want to visit Thailand with my hubby, but intimidated by not knowing the language enough to have a great adventure. Here's the thing, they don't really expect you to know anything. If you can just say hello and thank you, they're happy with that. I mean, they're amazed that I can say two words, and then when I speak to them in Thai, they're like, they don't quite get it at first, or like they just saw a Martian or something. They can't put two and two together. They don't really care about that. They understand you can't speak English, and if they're in the market or selling stuff, they've got to be able to somehow relate to you. You know, point fingers. I want this or want that. Just learn some basic things, and you'll be fine. But it's not expected of you, like in some countries where they expect foreigners to speak their language. Jay Easy, awesome advice about learning to read and write Thai language. Will do. Thank you. It's yeah, you kind of the problem with learning a language or learning to read and write in different languages, we're always trying to relate to everything from what we know. That's why kids can learn multiple languages because they don't overthink stuff. So my advice also is if you're going to learn another language, try not to compare it too much because it's a total different meaning, a total different word, and it gets confusing when you're always trying to relate the two. So somehow, if you can try to let that go, it'll become easier. Howard Glickman, it's going to be great having you, Joe, and you doing different subjects. Joe put out a video, and then 3 days later, I saw the same thing here. Yeah, our videos are not the same. I mean, maybe you see some of the same stuff, but a lot of people complain about that. I don't get it. Joe don't get. We really don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I mean, we're both two different people with two different outlooks on things, and we have different channels. So, um, yeah, we try. I don't know. We're not trying. We don't. The content's not the same. You may see something. Oh, we both went on a dinner cruise. You see the same dish or something like that. But hey, it is what it is. Taco House is where we had. I was gonna say that, Mitch, but I didn't want to misrepresent that place. It's a pretty good place. It's like Chinese food or Americanized Chinese food. It's same with Thai food in America. It's like really sweet when you go back to America. But if you can, the funny thing is I can speak a little Isan too. So I go back. Most of the people that are cooking in America are from Isan. So I go in there and ask them in Thai and Isan, and like they can make you an authentic dish. Chris Wustrow from South Carolina. Great video on the River Quad trip. I definitely want to stay in that hotel you showed. If you type in "No Time to Be Sad" River Quad, you'll see probably at least 10 different resorts on the river that we've stayed at. We have a few that are our favorites, but every one of them are different and nice. But we have a bunch of other videos if you're planning on making a trip there on the river. That is one of our favorite places to go. That is one of our favorite places to go. Edit. Sorry, I'm not getting all those comments, guys. Volvo Bill in Brazil. Hey, here's a video idea. Thank you. Chuck and Joe compare their SUVs. I'm trying to decide on a Pajero or Fortuner. Get the Fortuner. Don't listen to Joe. Of course, Joe's going to tell you the opposite. Taco Loco, you should hear you should hear the girlfriend try to speak Spanish when go out to eat. Your Thai girlfriend speaking Spanish? That would be funny. Chuck, USA citizen miss most after coming to Thailand. I think that, like I said, I think the variation of food that you can get. I don't think we miss our politics or our mindset, but I think what we miss the most is like having a good steak and some Mexican food, and just the variety of different foods that you can't get here in Thailand, because it seems like the Western food caters to more of a European style. Um, for Americans, it's kind of plain. No offense, it just is. But there's a lot of places in America that have plain food too. Anywhere above New Mexico, it seems to get like peppers, the hottest thing you can, like black pepper is the hottest thing you can get. My favorite food in Thailand is definitely Isan food. Mike and Nicole in the house. Good morning. Friggin' mosquito. I don't know. The mosquitoes love the cooler temperature. My battery's probably going to die soon. Did I try the salsa kitchen when we were in Chiang Mai? No, I don't think we did. We stayed at one place that had pretty good hamburgers, though. Or was that Chiang Rai? I don't really remember. Do you ever go fishing? Yeah, just type in "no time to be sad fishing." I have some fishing videos. No space, no time to be sad fishing. But I don't really care much about the fishing here. The fishing's totally different than back home. It's weird. They just throw a net out anyway. Does Paige drive? Not here. She I want her to drive, but I mean she drove in America. All right, Shaz is calling me out. Hi Chuck, you were going to do a video on road rules and driving in Thailand. We're still trying to navigate the rules. Yeah, I probably should do that. I just it it's a lot of funny things I wish I could get on camera, the driving habits of Thai people. But I've still got that in the back of my mind. Maybe with my downtime here at home, I'll put something together. Howard Glickman, you guys eat lots of eggs on top of rice with pork and chicken. Yeah, it's good stuff. Also, the egg keeps calms down the massive amounts of chili peppers that are on there too. Innovations Rea- reality, realty. I can't see the screen. How would you compare Nakhon Phanom to Chiang Mai, never having been to either? Chiang Mai is a massive city, very, very overpopulated. Normally, there's a lot of Chinese people that live in Chiang Mai. No offense to Chinese or China or Chinese people. Um, and Nakhon Phanom is pretty laid back. It's becoming a little bit modern because a lot of the newer generation are moving back. The nightlife is only for Thai, but beautiful restaurants on the river. It's more Thai style in Nakhon Phanom, and it's just got a really kind of calm, good feeling. There's a lot better food in Chiang Mai if you're into Western food. Of course, there's a lot of Westerners that live there, so of course there would obviously be more options for restaurants. But it's very populated. I think traveling around might be a little easier in Chiang Mai because you have more options versus Nakhon Phanom. But you can actually rent a bike in Nakhon Phanom and get around a lot easier. It's not congested with too much traffic, but completely different places. One's in Isan and one's up north. Even they talk a little different. Up in that area, they speak real slow. But yeah, if I had to actually choose to live somewhere, it would be difficult because I do like both places. I do like Chiang Mai, um, but I can only deal with Chiang Mai for a week, maybe a week. Uh, we love to visit Nakhon Phanom. But I live actually in Tapanam. I know you know that. It's south in the province of Nakhon Phanom, but it's about 50 kilometers south. Is there a Messianic temple anywhere in town? I think I have seen. I don't know. It's not the same as Latter Day Saints, is it? I don't know. I'd have to ask to know, right? Die. John, I had a good laugh at Daz at the Irish clock in his potential name change. Yeah, we won't talk about that here unless he wants to bring it up. Tim, even though sometimes your videos and Joe's videos are shot in the same location, for me, I enjoy watching them both. of them because your opinions are different from each other. That is correct. It's funny. Our little, well, I wouldn't say our group, just the people that tolerate each of us. We all think differently. But one thing we do have in common is we don't expect each other to think like we do. Like we respect each other's own way of thinking and we don't push our thoughts onto them. So we just live a carefree life and we just want to experience stuff new and we try not to overthink everything. But I think that's why we all are attracted to each other, as a group, is because we can, it's exciting. We're all totally different people and we can go about the country together and have a good time. And we like to joke around and make fun of each other still. And we can easily entertain each other. Chuck, why you always keep your poker face? I don't know. What does that mean? What is, what the hell does that mean, poker face? Like, does that mean I'm like, I really should be looking like something else, but I'm pretending not to? What does that mean? Am I am I reading that wrong? Or it's just maybe I just don't understand your language. Where are you from? What hotel do you recommend in Acompanho? Man, there's a lot of really cool hotels on the river. We've stayed at almost all of them, and each one of them are pretty nice. So, what I suggest is just go to Google Maps, click hotel in that area, and just kind of go through each one of them and look at them. Um, I don't know how long you're staying, but you could bounce around to a couple of them. But they're all pretty nice. Padet and Myrna, good to see you. Hi, Chuck and Paige. I've been watching your channel. I'm from Utah. Good to see you. Brock's in the house. Good morning. Hilarion, greetings. Have you ever thought of opening a business in Thailand since you and your Paige have retail background? I don't really have retail. We don't really have retail background, but no. I mean, we could have came over here and ran the tuk tuk company, you know, but we didn't want to. So I had initial thoughts of having a pizza parlor, but after being here like a week, that went away pretty fast. But I have no interest in running a business and making Thai baht. If I want to make money, I had a successful business. I just go back and do that. Dark brother, I don't worry too much about anything. Woody, good day, Chuck from New Zealand. How difficult is it to obtain a Thai driver's license? Is it true that the written part is made available in Thai and no English? I don't know on that part. I can tell you the easiest way to do it is to get a international driver's permit before you come, and you don't have to take the written test. Unless you just want to try to figure out how to take a written test in Thai, just get the driver's permit and then you give them that. Well, things change all the time. So, I mean, it may be different wherever you're going. I'm not 100% sure. But if for my experience, I got the permit. I went in there. I had to take an eye exam. I had to take a response test. I had to look at say yellow, green, red light. I had to pay a fee, and then that was basically it. I didn't take a written test. I was in and out of there in about once I got seen after sitting there for a little while. It took maybe an hour. I made a video on it. Thailand e-biker, how are you? Let's see. I'm interested in what you got to say here. Hello, Chuck. I invite you to go in, up into the jungle of Naka Mountain on one of my 3 full suspension e-bike. Sure, come on down, talk to me. We'll go together. Not a problem. Jake, psh, I love Chiang Mai. My wonderful youngest niece lives and works there. Mitch and Dow went and visited them. I remember that. Yeah, I remember Mitch going and visiting her. Bio Lamb, what is the weirdest experience you've had in Thailand? Hmm, I'd have to think about that. I'm sure there's one. Problem is, we do so much stuff, random stuff. I don't remember I don't remember too much, but I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Off the top of my head, I don't know the weirdest thing. I can't tell you one weird. This is a weird thing with Thai men, and I know somebody else on here has experienced this too. They like to come up and try to cup your balls. Excuse my language, but that was weird. Happened to me one time that this Thai man that was a friend of the family would come up to me and was like touching my hand, which was weird. And then he like patted me, and I was like, dude, I will, excuse me, I will jack you up. I backed up and said, hey, what the hell's going on here? And I told my wife, I was like, make sure he never, tell him to make sure he never does that again. I was like, I wasn't here in Thailand very long. It's like that, you know, I, I'm not a homophobe, but don't do that to me. I don't know what you're trying to I didn't know if he was trying to disrespect me or what the hell he was doing, but I've heard from other people that that's just a weird thing. I was like, yeah, that is pretty damn weird. Ever do that to me again? Anyway, Mike and Nicole, how's everything coming along with the Christmas for the kids? Yeah, we went shopping yesterday, had to buy stuff for 150 plus students. Um, So we're trying to get everything together. Then we have our Christmas party. We have the kids, the local kids are going to come over Sunday, and then we're having our white elephant Christmas party. Chuck, Justin, Chuck, when you first moved to Thailand, did you struggle with any feelings of loneliness? Of course, yeah. I think I talk about that quite a few times in my videos. You know, you've just my mom kind of experienced that too. You know, when you're just kind of in the dark. So it is a traumatizing experience at first when you just don't know what's going on and you have nobody to talk to. But it just depends on where you're at. But it all just depends on you. I was kind of okay at it at first because my life was very people were very demanding of my time all the time. So it was good to just kind of sit back and relax and nobody expected anything from me or couldn't even talk to me. It was okay. Bernie, good to see you. I only subscribe to a few channels, and Chuck and Joe are top channels, in my opinion. Thank you for the compliment. Not putting down other channels, it's because those two are more my way in thoughts. Well, thank you very much, sir. In your group, I love most Chocolate Man's video most. They are more fast, funny, and the drone shots are awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your entertainment needs. Amesh, I'm glad you found your channel. James is an awesome, funny guy, really is, and a good friend of mine. Innovations again. And it's that commentary, it's that camaraderie of free thinking, non judgmental individuals that has been the attraction of Thailand for me. Jeff Bailey, hi Chuck. Poker face generally means people can't read your facial expressions because it's mostly the same. Uh, I don't know. I think my facial expressions are different. Maybe I only have like one or two impressions, I guess. I don't know. I'm okay with that. I just didn't understand what, if that's what he meant. Yeah, I'm okay with it anyway. But I didn't quite understand. I thought at first he was like, I'm hiding from something, or maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Thomas Anders, I first encountered Joe and Gift on your trip to Santa Maria a few years ago. Was wondering how you guys met. Well, we did meet there actually through a mutual subscriber. So I don't know if that was the video you're talking about or not, but we did meet there. Moto Mark, good to see you. I've been enjoying your videos for months, Chuck. Our family has been going to Thailand for 35 years. It's so nice to see that rural life has not changed much. Yeah, everything's pretty much the same here. A lot of the younger people are moving back and changing up things, which is good to see some modern stuff. But typically, just like older people, they're pretty set in their ways and they love their repetition. I get super annoyed by it. PK USA. Hi, Chuck. Wanted to know if you could tell Penn and Lloyd to contact me. That sounds strange for me to try to do that. Do they not? I think they show their email address on their channel. Maybe you should try sending them an email or on their Facebook page, something like that. You know, outside of YouTube, people do have their privacy. I don't really like to go in that part of their lives. I am good friends with Lloyd and Penn, but I wouldn't. I don't feel comfortable with doing that. Max, do you think you will live in Thailand for good? No, I don't really think about living anywhere for good. I don't want to think about permanent anything, to be honest with you. I don't know what the future's going to bring. I love Thailand. I don't know. Maybe I'll go somewhere else and fall in love with something different. I don't know. I don't want to think permanent anymore. I mean, this is my wife's house, so I'm sure we'll always have a home base in Thailand. So one of these days I'll get to remodel it. Ricky Hess. Oh my God, Chuck, you're live. I always watch your channels. You're awesome, my friend. Love watching your videos. Thank you very much, Ricky. Good to see you. We've been on for a little while. Tony, been watching videos on the elephant sanctuary. Some say they are great. Others say it's cruel. I don't even want to get into that opinion. They can say what they want to say about it. There's a pretty cool one in Soren, and they also they help injured elephants as well. They do a lot. I don't know, if it wasn't for places, these sanctuaries like that, there probably wouldn't be many, like zoos and stuff like that. There probably a lot of stuff would be extinct. But I guess a lot of people think they're like Tarzan. So, Ricky, thank you very much. Super sticker. Thank you. Thanks, Howard. Getting a neck massage while peeing in a nightclub restroom was the weirdest moment. Yeah, I did have somebody Well, you know what's weird too at first was like you're trying to pee, you're at standing at the urinal, and this lady's like mopping around your feet. You're like, are you kidding me right now? But I had somebody, another female, approach me. They're wanting to know if I wanted a massage. I was like, no, no, I don't. I would not like you to touch me while I'm peeing. So, but yeah, that is weird, isn't it? There's a lot of weirds. Thailand's weird. It is pretty weird, but it's funny weird. I love Thailand because they don't think too much about stupid crap. You know. Ladybug, good to see you. Good evening, Chuck and Paige. I'm late tuning in. I spent a day in the emergency only to find out I need heart surgery this Friday. What a shocker. I'm happy I don't book my trip yet. Wow, that is a shocker. I hope you recover very quickly. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun trip. Let us know how everything let us know when you recover. Jake, it was a search about Galt Cement on YouTube that helped us discover your channel several years ago. Your videos helped get us through the insanity of 20 through 21. Thank you, Jake. You guys have always been awesome on our channel, and you also supported our channel for a long time. We really appreciate that. Billy. Hi, Billy. If you were single, which cities would you settle down? I would not settle down for sure. So I've said this before. Like, if I was single, I would just come, I would travel. Like, I think it's a better idea. Like, I would spend like 3 months in Vietnam or however long, and I would go to Burma, I'd come to Thailand, I would go to Japan, I would go to Europe. I would just travel. I would I would really hate to be at the like if I was single, I would hate to be like I need to settle down. Like I don't want to be that person. There's not a city that I would say, "Oh, I want to settle down in here," but I would love to travel to many places with my wife. But if I was single, that's still what I would do that because I wouldn't have this place as a, you know, as a home base anyway. Thought of living in Isan. Only issue is the language barrier. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, nobody here really speaks English. Actually, Isan's a little easier to learn than Thai, but yeah, it's just up to you. I mean, if you live here and you have nobody to talk to all the time, I can see how that could get pretty bad. But I don't know. Give you time to learn Thai language and have a different chapter in your life. You know. I have to skip down, guys. Sorry, I'm missing your comments. All right, let me just skip down here. Sorry. This is from Rider on the Storm. Rider on the Storm. You often speak of Westerners that come to Thailand only to be disappointed. It reminds me of saying, wherever you go, there you are. Our problems travel with us no matter where we go, right? I, you know, no, I talk about that because, I have a channel that tries to my channel basically is just trying to get people to live life and not worry about things that really don't matter in their life. So I kind of focus on certain things and topics uh, because that's what people are interested in my channel for. But in general, I think that a lot of people are happy when they come to Thailand, and I can tell you this is why I'm here. Like I didn't understand Thailand when I first got here, and I come from land of where you got to own a bunch of crap, right? Like all my things have to be better than your things, and my things is what makes me happy. So when I got here and I looked around at people swinging under hammocks underneath their house, not doing crap all day, and then seeing that they were actually truly happy people, it was very intriguing to me, and it led me to search out Thailand. So, but I realized that coming here has changed my life a lot, and I think when a lot of people come here, it's a sense of freedom because they don't nothing's really expected of them here in Thailand as a Westerner. But what I key on in points, or when people talk to me on my comment section and stuff like that in general, is that people come here with expectations a lot, and they come to me with a lot of questions, why this and why that, and I find that we're always expecting the answer to be something that we're familiar with. If somebody tells you this is the answer, they'll say no, it's not, because they really can't relate to that. But yeah, if, like I've said before, if you're a jerk, you're going to get treated like a jerk. But if you can just have an open mind about things, and I'm a very curious person. That's what brought me here too. And I was curious, why the hell are all these people happy? But I changed a lot coming to Thailand, and I believe people can change in general. I think if we can just not be so stubborn and always expect things to be how we want them to be, then we can change and move forward in our life and become a better person. So I spent a lot of time on your question, but um, I think honestly, the most people that come here aren't talking about how happy they are in their journey. You only hear stuff on the internet about the negativity, how much of a crappy time and how much they got taken advantage of and this and that. But in general, nah, I think most people see life differently when they go to other places in the world. Let me skip down. Naga, are your expectations of Thailand the same as when you first moved here? I try still not to have expectations. So, I mean, that's why I keep talking about this, because usually that's the topic is always the way we think as a Westerner, how we expect things to be. But um, I see things differently now in Thailand than I did before. And I have a different understanding, and some better, some worse. Um, but if I try to not be the same person as I was before, I try to see things for what they are and try to grow. Dad's is a good example of that. Gary, how much do you pedal versus electric glide when you bicycle? When I'm not making videos on my bicycle, probably I usually keep it on level one. I can pedal about 34 kilometers per hour. And I mean, it's just a small little 48-volt battery, so it doesn't last too long. But it's good for like getting up. The biggest thing I really like about the e-bike is climbing hills. And if I need to get away from a soy dog, that thing will go pretty fast. Once you pedal it up to speed, it'll go about 50 kilometer per hour. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how to tell you a gauge of how much, but if you understand an e-bike, it usually has a level of assist. Like if you go above 3, it's difficult to even pedal. Like the motor overpowers the pedaling. So if you're going to pedal, you can only have it like 1 or 2, maybe 3. But if you want good exercise and you don't want to burn your battery out and try to pedal this heavy ass thing back home, then I just keep it on 1. Big T, have you had to redo? I don't know what you mean by that. Lori's in the house. Lori, I was telling everybody earlier about actually, I didn't tell them we were going with you guys, but our European trip. It's going to be super cool. I was looking at, we're going to end up in Switzerland, right? I was looking at, man, the hotels are crazy expensive in Switzerland, but it's a long time from now. Anyway, good to see you. Brent is also here. How are you? Okay, here you go. Big T's telling me what he means by that. Have you had to redo your passport in Thailand or do you need to come back to the States? Yeah, I did a video on it. No time to be sad. Passport. I'm not being arrogant about that, but I did do a video. Might be better explanation on the video. But yeah, I got mine during COVID time. So, but here you have to. At that time, what I had to do is I had to mail it to the embassy in Bangkok, American embassy, and then they sent off for it. And it comes from Manila, the Philippines, actually. But it wasn't that big of a deal. It took me a little bit of time to get it, and I had to actually mail in my passport. I was a little stressed about that, but I had to mail in the passport, and then I ended up getting both of them back. When you get your old one back, it has like a hole stapled through it, punched through it. I mean, and but it was not that big of a deal. Hello, Mom. Good morning. It's 9:30. I guess you're just now getting up. Ha ha. Or maybe you've already been up and you've already done your walk. Mom's already got her 10,000 steps in today. Chuck, had you visited Thailand before you met Paige? No, I didn't even know where the hell Thailand was before I met Paige because I had no interest in Thailand. I was too busy with two businesses. I was going through a divorce. I was trying to raise my children. I had too much stuff going on in my life. And when she told me that she was from Thailand, I was like, okay, that's good for you. You know, where do you want to go eat? You know, we just as Americans we don't really think too much about stuff outside of our own bubble. Unfortunately, um, I say this because when I did know I was moving to Thailand, I think I told everybody. Like I went through the Walmart and the lady at the cash register, "Oh, how are you today? Oh, I'm moving to Thailand." That's all I could think about was Thailand. She's like, "Well, why do you want to move to China?" That's why. Yeah, European vacation got us on a serious budget. Brent says, "Yeah, it's going to be fun, that's for sure." But yeah, it is what it is. Bra buddy. Hello, Chuck. Thanks again for putting my daughter and wife from Surin in one of your videos. I remember that. I finally got to see my daughter a few months ago, and it was amazing. I still plan to move there. Very cool. Glad you got to see your lovely lady and your beautiful daughter. Well, thank you very much, Mike, for that. Getting a new passport, no time to be sad. He actually put a link there if you're interested in seeing that video. Thank you. Come on, Mom. You don't have to hide it. I know you did 10K already this morning. Dark Brother. Hi, Chuck. How do you renew your American driver's license without an address in America? Same question for renewing your passport without American address. You don't have to have an American address to get a passport. I mean, if you live overseas like I do, there is no American address in your passport, period. There's not anywhere you on the form that asks you that. But my residence is in Thailand, but I do keep, for my driver's license purposes, I still keep an address in Texas at a friend's place, and I use that. But last year I renewed it online, and when we went to visit, I got it online like a few months before it even expired. But they could have just mailed it to me in the mail. But it's not even really necessary to have the license. But I did want to get it, and I think it's good for another 10 years or something like that. But I don't know how many times I've said I do have a keep an address in America. I think I've said that a couple times on this chat too. But my address to the United States government is here in Thailand. Mom, do you need more grits? You can answer that question. Or no, Daz has answered that question. Okay, here's a question. Landlocked says, how do you stop the bad soy dogs from biting your leg on a bicycle? I've showed this on some older videos, but they sell this like a mag light that has a taser built into it. You can buy them here. They're usually between, depending on where, like 250 to 350 baht. And I bought a rubber mount for it on Lazada that I put on the handlebar, and the dogs don't like the sound, like it's that little ticking electronic sound that it makes, and they usually freak out about that. But have had a couple, and I had a lot of people, bikers, like, that's not nice, Chuck. That's cruel. Those dogs usually, if you just bring treats and stuff, you can feed the dogs, and they won't mess with you. And I think, okay, good for you. Huh? You cold? So while you're riding your bike at 30 plus kilometers per hour and the dog's chasing the crap out of you, you're going to actually get off your bike, reach in your pocket, get a little dog treat. Here you go, puppy. It's not reality. But, huh?
It's pet.
So the easiest thing to do is grab your little taser, and I've had to take it off the handlebars one time, and actually I had to stop. And while the owners of the dog are just giggling in the background, I'm like, okay, come here, puppy, while it's showing its teeth. I will stick this down your throat. And then when I zapped it, the dog freaked out and ran. And then the people over there were just looking at me like, huh? Carry a taser or a bazooka. So sad. Mom's on her time, not drill sergeant Chuck time. To Taco Loco, do y'all ever travel outside Thailand like Korea or Japan or Singapore? Yes. No time to be sad, Japan. I could say this all day, but yeah, we've been to Japan, we've been to Korea. We have not been to Singapore yet, but I don't know if you've noticed, but the last 3 years we haven't been able to do much outside of Thailand. That's why I've been talking about in this vlog for the last, where we at, almost 2 hours now, that we are going to do some serious traveling now that everything is kind of open up. We're going to travel. I don't want to deal with any of the COVID BS in other countries, So, but now we're going to be able. Our plan was always to travel, so now we're going to be able to do, and I could stop complaining about it. My mom doesn't need any more grits. Jose, good to see you. There's Brent. Brent lawyer here. They said hello.
Is it cold in Canada?
It's cold now.
It's a cold front in the state.
Mike says he's never had problems with soy dog. A lot of people don't. Like, if you don't walk around at nighttime, I'll tell you where they're really bad in Cha'am at nighttime. It is bad. Like, I've had other uh, subscribers that even come visit us tell them that they got attacked. They would bring food and feed the soy dogs. And one time he came back and they didn't have any food, but one of the dogs, he let the dog actually attack his leg and ripped his leg apart while his wife had to get into the gate so that the dog wouldn't attack her. But but they're bad in Cha'am. But if you're not during the day, they're okay. Like they're used to people walking around and doing stuff. But at nighttime, it gets a little weird. Daz, I've had dogs chase me on my bike. They do not like that sound. Instantly stop. Yeah, when they hear that little taser, they usually like, whoa, they don't want no part of that. What countries are you planning to go to? We're going to Barcelona, Spain, Italy. Um, Let me see here. I got a list here. Hang on. We're going to Monte Carlo, France. We're going to Italy, different parts of Italy, Florence, Portofino, Giona, and then we're going to Switzerland, and yeah, a few other places. Ross, I have noticed Gift never drinks alcohol, but Paige loves her beer. Good observation. Jack in the house. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Lori and Brent are actually at Niagara Falls. Very cool place. I hope you guys watch their videos. Yes. I have to skip down. Sorry. Monte Carlo is not France. Okay. Sorry. Lord, please forgive me. Anyway. TK Wade channel. Hi, brother. Big fan. I'm looking into going on February, starting my Southeast Asia YouTube journal, starting at Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Wolf for my YouTube channel. Well, good luck on your journey. Sounds like a good one. Yeah, we went to the Niagara Falls, and it's way better on the Canadian side. A lot of cool stuff over there than on the New York side. Village and soy dogs at night can be friggin' brutal. Sun goes down and they get nuts. I love pups, but y'all gotta know. Yeah, it's their world in Thailand, unfortunately. Anything else I can do for you, sir? Ladybug. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time no matter where we go. I think, and we'll be with good friends, so it'll be extra fun. But I love to go to places I've never been and just kind of experience stuff new, like with no expectations. Only thing I expect is we're gonna have a good time. Amesh, you're a funny guy. You are just yeah. I got Paige really on a leash here. I'm only allowing her to go so far. When I need her, I just kind of I jerk on it, and she comes. Yeah, yeah. You don't really know the dangers I put her through. Up, see, here she comes again. This guy says, why you're so freak out. I don't think English is his first language. Why are you so freak out and controlling when Paige is around you? But let's just not talk to that guy. Lori, I'm going on a yoga retreat in Italy. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that with you. What is your favorite? What is your favorite island? Mine is Koh Lipe. Here, I'm going to let Paige answer that. What is your favorite
Got Chan.
island?
Got good.
Kalku. Yeah, Kalku is our favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
We usually go to Koh Chang, and then we go to Kalku from there.
It's beautiful. It's cold. It's like 13.
Yeah, just be careful with the soy dog. I know a lot of people they would in the West, we feed stray dogs, and we want to have that many dogs running around, but people want to try to embrace the dogs over here, and it's dangerous. Yeah, they're really all the dogs here are like feral dogs, if you know what I'm talking about. You just got to like the cats too. Like you want to try to the cat you try to feed the cat with some food, and they might not understand what's happening, and they'll swat at the food, but like gash your damn hand open. Well, I said snow's coming your way, Lori. That would be cool. Snow at Niagara. We did that little boat thing in Niagara where they take you down to the falls, and it was very misty. I can't imagine doing that right now when it's freezing outside. Dad says when it cools off in the evening, the soy dogs are out and about in packs. Yeah. Robert, good to see you. Gochang is my favorite. Golanta is my least favorite. Too much weed everywhere. That's becoming the theme, I think, in Thailand. Every time you turn around, I'm waiting for them to start trying to peddle it in the streets while you're walking. Like the suit guy. Howard's in the house. Howard Glickman. Oh, well, you've been in the house. Sorry, Howard. Cold in Philly. Macum and Ty, great live stream as usual. Chuck, are you not visiting the UK? How long did it take you to grow your channel? Mine seems to be taking an entire eternity. You can see on my channel, I've been vlogging since 2011, but I didn't really start really vlogging until we moved to Thailand. And I wasn't expecting to even, I was like, when I hit 4,000 subscribers, like, holy crap, I can't even keep up with the comments. But I wasn't expecting anybody to really follow us at all. So I think, a lot of times if you're expecting to have a successful channel, you might be trying too hard. Just do it for the fun of it. And don't worry too much about what people think about you or controlling your wife or how much salt you're putting in your foods, and try to just stay away from that, in your videos and your comment section, and just have a good time with it. If it happens, it happens, but just do it for the fun of it. I'm not a hard of worker as all these other people that have massive amounts of subscribers. I'm not that guy. I'm not the YouTube entrepreneur. Like I didn't come here to try to make a YouTube channel. That wasn't my financial goal to quit my job to come in here and try to make YouTube videos. So, but a lot of people try really hard. They put a tremendous amount of effort in their content, and they deserve every subscriber that they have. They're very uh, neutral about everything and energetic, and I'm not that guy. Justin, not that I smoke it, but the weed will be good for food stalls. Everyone will have the munchies. Yeah. It's true. Sean Lisoy. Hello, beautiful people. 35 degrees Fahrenheit in Atlanta. Love your vlogs. Looking forward to the next video. Thank you. I should have one out in the morning. Ladybug, I prefer to go places that I've never been as well, but I'm running out of places. You know, I always say I love like Koh Chang. It's one of my favorite places, but we always have a different experience. I don't expect to really do the same thing anytime, even if I go somewhere else. A lot of people, not saying you are, but a lot of people, they go there, they take pictures, they put it on Facebook, and then they check it off their little map or put their pin on their map, and then they move on to the next place. It's like, okay, I'm done. I've traveled the world. I'm finished. But I don't know. Like we've been to the same place multiple times and still enjoy it every time. Even if we have a bad experience, we still I can't. There's probably not a handful of places I'll say I'll never go back to, but we just try to. I don't know. Like I keep going back to Koh Chang. I love it there. It's always different. So maybe you should revisit some of those favorite funny places when you get better. Bio Jam. Hang on a second. I can't read that. No, B. Joe Lamb. Bio Jam. How is adapting to the metric system in Thailand? If you just, like I said earlier, don't compare everything to what you know. Eventually, you'll be like, you'll understand, well, this is a kilometer, this is 500 meters, this is, but if you're constantly like, well, how many, what is it compared to, oh, shit. Hang on, there goes my damn. I knew my battery was going to die here pretty soon. Hang on a second. Let me get out of here. Hang on a minute, guys. There we go. I'm just going to have to do this. I don't feel like putting a battery in my camera right now. You just have to deal with my distorted face. Let me see if I can fix this. Hang on a second. Let me try to get something better here. There we go. A little better? No. Sorry. That means I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon. But anyway, if you just let it go, you'll eventually think like Celsius and Fahrenheit. It'll all start to make sense. America did try to go to the metric system for a short period of time, and the last Scrooge too hard. Let's try that. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut the live feed off. We still have, let's see, 247 people watching. Very cool. 309 thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, or unless you just don't like it. Hey, Richard's in the house coming here towards the end. Thank you. Actually, a subscriber sent that to me. I guess he thinks I'm sarcastic. I don't know why. I'll answer a few more questions. And we're going to have a good Christmas this year. It's going to be fun. Kahuna must be from Hawaii. Hello, Chuck and Paige from South Carolina, actually. This is Solomon and Diane. We followed you since the beginning and enjoy your videos, and Joe and gifts. Hi, Kara. Love following your journey. Thank you for coming with us. Anyway, I think I'm just going to go here. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go on a bike ride here pretty quick. Hopefully we will come see you, Robert. I promise you this time. When I say that, you never know what's going to happen, but I'll try my best to come visit you there in Cha'am. And Richard Travel, I'm looking forward to your new time slot. I think that was a better idea. You moved from 10 p.m. Thailand time to 10 a.m. Uh, I can tell you that's a much better choice there. Hope you stick with that. So I I can't tell. I mean, I'm sure you understand the reasons why you went that way. I'm sure I would agree with you. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for all of the new wonderful subscribers. I really appreciate you guys coming on with the journey. Had a great time making videos with Mom. We'll be back there down south again here after we take care of our business here in Isan. Our next awesome trip, I think, is going to be outside of the country, and it's going to be a great year. It's going to be an awesome new year. We got a lot of things and plans in the making. But anyway, guys, stick with us, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.